What is a 5-star hotel like in Bali? Well, today we're going to find out. We're here at the Rumah Luwih Hotel in Keramas, Bali to find out, is this hotel worth the money? One thing you do look forward to with a 5-star fancy hotel is the pool, so we're going to have a little dip and check out this swimming pool. Got ourselves some loungers. It looks kind of cold in the water, and we've got to see what it's like. This pool is really nice with kind of infinity style, looking out the sea. The ocean is just over there, and there's a nice lake kind of pond and water features over on that side, which is quite a nice touch. How cold is it?
Not so bad once you get in and splash around.
Good.
It's relaxing, yeah. Look at that view.
Did you try the jets?
Yeah. It's not warm, but it is quite nice. Ooh, jacuzzi vibes.
Bubbly. We're just sitting by the pool, and one thing you are likely to experience if you're staying at a hotel or whatever in Indonesia is they're going to do fogging for mosquitoes. There's a guy just behind us. We just smell a funny smell and see some smoke, thought it might be a fire, but the fogging has got a unique smell that you will recognize. So one reason why we chose this resort is there's really nice grounds, and we are really close to a beach that we haven't been to before. That is a black sand beach, so let's go check it out. So the black sand beach is quite cool and unique. We went for a little wander down it, saw some other people swimming, one guy fishing, and even a little beach dog that was hanging out. White dog on the black sand seems like a bad idea, but nice to have it right on the doorstep of your hotel. So that's the cool part. Who knew that one log like the one behind us would be such a good scene for a photo shoot?
Yeah, insert photos now.
Some areas around here, just like the one behind me, obviously haven't recovered from COVID, or they've just been abandoned. It's not a very busy part of this beach. About turn in 3, 2, 1. Weep. We just walked for 10 minutes along the promenade and then got to a few warungs and other shops. So that is one thing to be aware of, that there's not much else around this area. Bear in mind that you'll probably spend most of your time eating in the restaurant unless you're willing to drive somewhere a little bit different, I think, yeah?
So it's definitely useful to have a motorbike or like just grab a taxi or whatnot.
So we came out to our balcony just to have an afternoon coffee after our excursions and walks this afternoon. As you can see, we've got a really nice, beautiful view of rice terraces, lots of greenery, but as you can hear just behind you, there is a big highway, which is quite noisy. It was a bit difficult for you sleeping.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the nicest sleep because trucks are going by late at night and everything. So if you struggle with that, or if you don't like noise, definitely request to have a different room, maybe one that faces the swimming pool at the back or something.
Yeah, I think that'll be a bit better. After you. Lunch has arrived. We wanted to eat it by the pool, but there was a little bit of an ant problem after one spilled drink, so we come to the edge of the restaurant. So we just finished a very spicy aglio olio pasta. I must say, I think we've been a bit disappointed with the food because we asked for that no spicy and it came back super spicy. To be honest, we should have been a bit bolder and sent it back, because the same thing happened with dinner last night. Ordered some curry and asked for it no spicy, but it came out extremely hot. So overall, the food's been a bit disappointing, something that is a bit of a compromise if you want to eat at the hotel restaurant, and quite expensive too. Yeah, 25 quid for dinner last night, and whatever this is going to be, about 20 pounds for lunch too. So one of those things. Well, after a couple of underwhelming meals here at the hotel restaurant, we decided we're going to jump on the bike and we're going to find somewhere else for dinner, maybe Italia. Good morning. Let's go check out breakfast that was included in our room rate. I would say, unfortunately, it was quite underwhelming. The selection was mainly local food, Indonesian tastes, and there was a lack of any kind of continental breakfast, which I would really like to see, and that's what I prefer at these kind of hotels. There was also only local coffee and no things like cereal and stuff like that. So I would say it's probably a 2 out of 5 for me. It wasn't that impressive, and it was about 100k per breakfast per person. I'm also really tired this morning, so I didn't have a good sleep last night. As you can hear outside, it was quite noisy and there was a lot of noise from the room upstairs. I would say the location here is probably a bit of a negative. It is really nice to have the black sand beach right there, But otherwise, the location's a little bit in the middle of nowhere, not accessible to get to other restaurants and stuff. And since I'm listing some of the less impressive parts of the stay, I would say the service was probably lacking. That was the one thing that I think would set apart a 5-star hotel, and some things in our room were broken and we had to ask multiple times for them to be fixed. Hello? Hello? Phone doesn't work. I think the air conditioning wasn't working properly. It was bloody freezing in the room the whole time, and just generally they didn't seem to be too attentive and difficult to get their attention. So I think that was definitely something that was lacking for a 5-star hotel.
Welcome! Let's have a look at what our 5-star hotel room looks like. So come in. It's quite a big spacious room, as you can see. There's a really nice big bed and a nice big telly. We've got a really nice big window and balcony that overlooks the rice terraces and the main road. Not loving that. And our bathroom is fairly simple. There's no bathtub, but there is a big shower, and it's one of those rainforest showers, which is nice. And the doors are a little bit strange. They don't really close properly, so if privacy is important to you, then go somewhere else. I would say overall for a 5-star hotel room that it's not that impressive, to be honest. There's not a lot of personality. There's a few paintings on the walls, but a simple bathroom and like the balcony's just okay. It's not that much to rave about. So for me, I'd say the room is around a 3 out of 5 stars.
So let's talk about the price for this place. Is always important. So the final price for us was around $160 for 2 nights. So that's $40 per person per night with breakfast included, down from $240 for 1 night. I think if you paid full price for this place, I think you'd be a bit disappointed. We were a little bit disappointed even with the deal price. So I would say it's probably not the best value for money.
So this hotel was meant to be a 5-star place. How many stars would you give it?
I think maybe I would give it a 3 out of 5. And you?
That's being generous. I would say 2 or a 2.5 maybe. I'm not that impressed, to be honest.
I think there was just nothing spectacular about it. We were kind of underwhelmed in all aspects. The pool and the facilities here are quite nice, but I think overall nothing was spectacular. And for a 5-star hotel, like especially with the service, I think you would expect it to be a lot better. Sorry to interrupt you, Lewis. I'm jumping in from the future. Well, I didn't record everything from our stay because, as you can probably tell by now, we didn't have the best time. But on the point of service, I thought I'd just tell a little bit more about what happened at checkout from our hotel. Emma and I were not really ones for complaining. It must be that British politeness. But we thought, yeah, we really didn't enjoy our stay. So when they ask us, or if they ask us, then we'll be honest. And so when we checked out, the receptionist asked, you know, how was your stay? And actually we said, we didn't really have a good time. We mentioned things like the things that were missing from the hotel room, how noisy it was in the front of the hotel, and the bad experience and service in the restaurant. And I was going on to mention more things that were wrong, and she actually interrupted me, stopped me to say, oh, we're really sorry, we'll let the staff know. And I was actually really shocked and surprised that she cut me off. She didn't even let me finish my list of complaints, which I thought was really, really rude. I was surprised. I might have escalated it more, but unfortunately we lost most of our bargaining power because we paid for our hotel stay up front. To be honest, that kind of service, that was the main reason why I don't think we'd ever go back to that hotel, because I was really not convinced that they cared about how the guests felt and the guest experience, or that they would actually try and get anything improved in the hotel. So that was definitely the main reason why we would not go back to that hotel again. And there are plenty of other much better 5-star and bougie hotels. For example, we stayed at Wapa de Ume in Ubud, which was amazing and really good service. If you want to see our experience at Wapa de Ume, you can check one of the cards on the end screen next. Back to you in the video. So that was our Boxing Day staycation here in Keramas at the Rumah Luwih 5-star hotel. So if you want to see more videos like this and more travel around Bali, then hit subscribe, hit like, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.
Bye.